Hello, hello, what is up? I'm Eryn Carlisle. I'm the founder of The Art of Living Vibrant. I'm an artist and a therapeutic art and wellness coach. And today I'm starting a brand new series called the Feel Good Sessions. So this is going to be episode 1. I'm going to be doing them twice a month. And really the idea behind this is using intuitive painting with art journaling for reducing your stress. And, this was one of those things. I did a challenge on Instagram that was like a 7-day challenge. And I talked about this friend of mine that we had been talking, and she was like, I'm good at copying art, but I'm not good at creating it on my own. And so I realized there was this disconnect from people being able to use art to help reduce their stress, to use it in this form of personal development as I have to really help me see what's going on and overcoming things, because it was this idea of combining journaling, so our thoughts, with painting, which is more on the emotional side. And so it started helping me make the connection between what I was thinking and how that was creating the feelings in my life. And when you start making that connection, it can make so much change in your life. And so this is this way to get creative about change in your life. But this particular series is really geared towards just reducing the stress in your life. It's about overcoming that obstacle of just painting, of getting into intuitive painting, into art journaling, and to really just allowing yourself that space to be like, it's fine. It's this low key, low pressure way of starting to paint and starting to see that, hey, this hobby of mine could also double as a self-care, as personal development, and so many different things that I can get into at another point. But I want to kind of dive in because I can be very wordy. As if you've watched any of my other videos, you will definitely have known that. So we're going to kind of get going, and I'll talk a little bit more about some of this as I am talking about the painting that I did. So I already painted it. I'm going to be kind of watching it and talking through the steps in the process to really kind of try to help guide you along. Okay, now to get started, we are going to color block our page. And this is just a very simple way of getting over kind of this blank page syndrome. People stare at a blank page and they're like, oh my gosh, like what am I going to create? What am I going to do? And so this gets you into just starting to take action, not thinking too much about it. It doesn't matter so much. Just pick 3 colors that really are speaking to you. And if you're following along with me, I chose kind of this muted turquoise bluish color, kind of a yellow green, and then a darker, it's a shade of blue. So those are the 3 colors that I worked with. You can see that I just kind of sprinkled a little bit of water. Want to see how it might run off on it a little bit. But you do not need to be precise with this. And like I said, this is just to get over that fear of the blank page, to get moving into it, to kind of smear and swoosh paints around together, and to listen to some good music that kind of helps you get into that relaxed kind of flow state that is so wonderful for helping us with relaxing and releasing some of our stress. And that is one of the things that, with these feel-good sessions, all it is about getting into that flow state, about releasing the tension and the stress that we carry around with us. And when we can get into listening to some good music and we just let our hands kind of play and move with the paint, and we get out of our heads about it and just kind of focus on our hands moving and the music, and it allows us to start letting go of all the things that we kind of carry around with us. So that being said, this next part, I took a thin little brush and got my black paint, just started doing some squiggly lines, mark making. I'm very drawn to doing leaf shapes just because they're easy. I love dots and circles, triangles. You'll see a lot. But this I decided on because I'm trying to guide and I'm new into this series, and so you guys definitely let me know in the comments what you would like to see. But for this particular one, I wanted to keep it simple. And so kind of these, moving, sway, curvy lines with some leaf type shapes and some dots is fairly simple to be able to do. And so that is why I chose to do that. I am working on an app that's going to be close to releasing soon that has like some therapeutic art warm-ups on it. And in that, one of the exercises, it was about expanding your visual language. And so it's about how to come up with kind of different marks and different things to use in your paintings. So again, comment below if you would like me to kind of put your name on a list and to reach out to you, or you can send me your email address too. I don't have anything official set up just yet. So next up, I am using a light pink, and I put it in some of the leaf shapes, and then I'm trying to balance it out throughout the page. Now, I personally like to pick colors that are a little unexpected. It's not, crazy necessary all the time, but I like a little bit of that unexpected to happen. And so I chose a light pink and put it through the leaves, and then just started putting some dots, and it's really this making things feel balanced and even. Again, as I'm going to continue to tell you to just play with it, all of this is just a guide to kind of get you moving and to get your mind thinking on what you could do and little tips and things that you might try. So that is my tip, is just with choosing maybe an unexpected color and then applying it, dispersing the color throughout the page a little bit to help with giving some balance to the piece. And then next I came in and did a very, essentially the same thing with kind of a golden yellow. And excuse me, my throat's getting a little scratchy. But the other thing, on the lower part of the page, I don't know if you noticed, so I was putting the color in the leaves. And then the other thing that you can also play with is, even though maybe you've been putting the color in leaves, you might try it on the background instead. So on the lower leaf, I decided I'm going to put the color going around the leaf instead of inside of it, and just see what kind of feeling that creates within the piece. And so that's just another little thing that you can try out with it. Is this piece a masterpiece? That was almost a tongue twister. But is it a masterpiece? No, I wouldn't hang it on my wall probably, but I really enjoy it in my art journal. And I think that that's one of the things that we really need to keep in mind, is that, as you're moving through and you're doing this and you're playing, to really get into this mindset that it's just a journal. And when you journal, like in a regular journal, you don't think that you need to be a writer in order to journal. And I want you to get to that point with art journaling, that you get out of your head saying, I'm not an artist, or I'm not any good, or I don't know that I'll ever be any good, or whatever dialogue can happen, and to just honor the fact that you're interested in art. That's why you're here. That's why you're watching this, that you are interested in it, that you have a desire to play with it, to try it out, and to follow that, to listen to that intuition of yours that's saying, hey, this looks like fun. This looks like something you would enjoy, and to stop holding yourself back for something as simple as art because you think you're not an artist, or you think you'll never be good at it, and to just do it because it feels good. Do it because you enjoy it, that it can be this hobby that helps you with releasing your stress and gives you some space to just kind of zone out and relax. And if you decide you like these, and again, let me know in the comments what you think of this video, what you think of this idea of this series for the Feel Good Sessions, and kind of what you would like to see. But in these, it's really more about painting, kind of getting over that obstacle of just getting into art journaling, getting into painting, getting into creating art because it feels good to you. Because somewhere inside you said, I want to do that, but you're holding yourself back. And so that's what these are about. And but if you decide that you want to take it further, like I said, let me know. email me. I'm going to be releasing my app before too much longer. It's taken me a little longer because I've been figuring out some of the tech stuff. But there's going to be the mood session, which is about honoring your energy. And I have the Color Me Vibrant Journey, which is a whole program that goes through. It's really about personal development. But it's this idea of marrying a hobby and how that hobby can help us to move forward in our lives. Way to kind of work through things and remind yourself what's really important and how you want to show up and all the things. And that wraps us up with episode 1 of the Feel Good Sessions. Thank you so much for being here, and until next time, peace and love.